Hi everyone, Amanda here. Today's video is going to be a couple of different things. I will start off with just a quick update on my family and how we're doing with ARK. So last we spoke, my son Logan was invested in ARK and Colton was going to be investing in ARK. As of last week, Colton is now invested in ARK. So every evening at a little bit after dinner time, the three of us sit down at the table and we all compound our interest and talk about what we made today versus what we made yesterday. And let me give you a little tip. Every single day, we make more than what we made the day before. There has not been one day where any of us have been unhappy with how the day went in regards to ARK. Funny little story. You all know Logan. He's onboarded people. Logan and I have had a very healthy competition going on between the two of us. We're both kind of small investors, but that's okay. ARK is for both those small investors and those big investors. Whether you put 4,000 in or you put 400 in, both parties are going to be making that 2% daily. So it really doesn't matter if you can do a big investment or if you do a small investment. But Logan and I were running pretty neck and neck there for a while, and then I pulled ahead of him by $1. And of course, I was a little giddy over it, like, I'm making, a couple of pennies more a day than you. And Logan went and used some of his B&B money to buy $2 worth of ARK so that he would have $1 more than me in his principal balance and he could pull ahead of me, which he had a grand old time pointing out that he was now beating me. So it's a fun little competition. Don't worry, folks. I kind of blew him out of the water a couple of days later when I dropped some more money in as an investment. Sorry, Logan, but you'll catch up one day. But yeah, so this has been a really fun experience for my family and I. It's even gotten my 4-year-old daughter excited. She sees me and her big brothers sitting around the table talking about ARK, and she has to join in and she wants to hit the button for me and she wants to compound. Mommy, when do I get to do ARK? Well, baby girl, you're 4. You got a little bit of time, but maybe one day. So that's the update from my family and how we're doing and how Logan's doing. And I think the rest of the video, I just want to discuss with you guys something that I keep running into when I speak about ARK to my friends or my coworkers. And the one big thing, if I do get resistance, the resistance comes from the feeling that this is a Ponzi scheme. I have seen people assume that over and over and over again, and I have not really seen very many resources out there that I can direct people to where it clearly and concisely explains the obvious, why this is not a Ponzi scheme. So let's take it back. Let's say, what is a Ponzi scheme? And I think you guys all know, but we'll take it back to the beginning just to kind of make sure that we are thorough here. So what is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is where people are scammed into investing their money into an entity that doesn't exist. That is the definition of a Ponzi scheme. It comes back from the early 1900s. An Italian immigrant by the name of Ponzi said that he could make money by purchasing some sort of international mail certificate and trading it in for U.S. stamps and making people a ton of money. Of course, he wasn't making anybody any money. He was taking their money and enjoying it and spending it on himself. And the Ponzi scheme was born. And we all know Bernie Madoff is the more modern day example of a Ponzi scheme. Okay, so a Ponzi scheme is you hand your money to an investor. That investor claims that they have this unbelievable opportunity for you. You can make a ton of money. You just have to give me your money. I'll invest it, and I can show you every month or every week what your returns are. And they do. And they print out a really nice little statement showing you you've originally invested $1,000, and look at that, I've made you $5,000. But the truth is they still only have that $1,000 that you've invested, and they don't have the 5 because they haven't actually done anything with the money. They haven't invested it in anything, right? That's what a Ponzi scheme is. You are investing in something that isn't really there. Okay, what is ARK? Well, the easiest way I can explain how ARK is not a Ponzi scheme is that you're the investor. There is nobody else. You are not handing your money over to someone else. Your money is locked in your vault, in your wallet. Nobody has access to it. And in fact, the developers of ARK will warn you time and time and time and time again, do not give those words to your wallet out to anyone. If you don't have the words, you don't have the wallet. This is your money. No one has access to it but you. So what do you want to see with your money? You want to see where it's going. You want to make sure that you have full transparency, because in a Ponzi scheme, there's no transparency. You hand your money over to somebody and they tell you you're making money, but you don't actually see that for yourself. So with ARK, well, we all know ARK is on the blockchain. A blockchain is an immutable contract. You see every single transaction you make, you can go and view it on the blockchain, and that transaction cannot be edited. It cannot be fudged to reflect something that it isn't. It is what it is. You cannot change it. So the two main factors of a Ponzi scheme are, number one, you're handing your money over to an investor. Number two, you are not actually investing anything, and there is absolutely no transparency. ARK, you're not handing your money over to anyone, and you have full transparency. But the question may arise, well, how do you get that 2%? How do you earn money if they don't sell anything? Okay, well, as you know, if you've invested in ARK, there are transaction fees and there are taxes, and that, for the moment, is where the revenue is coming from. But ARK also released an incredibly exciting roadmap of what's in store for 2023, because they too know that those fees and those taxes won't be enough in the long term to sustain ARK, that they needed to find other sources of revenue coming into ARK. And they have found that, and they have been working on that diligently behind the scenes for months. Probably, I would assume, since the very beginning of ARK, this was already what their plan was, and they just didn't want to release it until it was really in motion, and they had those contacts made and they had those contracts, in the process of being written up. So you may already know, but their roadmap, it revealed to us that they will be creating their own decentralized VPN service. So that's a subscription-based service, which will bring in revenue. They will also be handling debit cards, prepaid debit cards, where there are transactional fees, and that will also bring in revenue. Essentially, they want to become a decentralized bank, full-service bank. And so there will be outside revenue coming in, which will consist of the subscription fees and the transaction fees. And all of that will be contributing to shoring up ARK and making sure that it can continue to thrive as it is now, long into the future. So when you make an investment in ARK, what are you making an investment in? Well, aside from the obvious that you're making an investment in yourself and your family, you're making an investment in this business that will be managing VPNs and banking services. So it's both a product and a service, and that is where the revenue is coming in from. So again, let's quickly go back. Ponzi scheme, you are handing your money over to an investor to invest in something that doesn't exist. ARK, you are holding onto the money for yourself, and you personally are investing in both services and products that are there for the world to see. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. It just doesn't meet the definition of one. One of the other things that people, I think, frequently get mixed up, and they say that it's a Ponzi scheme, but what they're really referring to is a pyramid scheme. Now, I will start out by saying Ponzi schemes are illegal. pyramid schemes are not. Pyramid scheme, Avon, Mary Kay, those are all pyramid schemes. They are actually legitimate businesses, whereby you maybe pay a discounted price for the product and then you sell it at a higher price to the person down below you. And then that's kind of where that pyramid comes from. So it is actually a legal business, but that also is not what ARK is, because ARK, if you are a day one investor, you get 2% daily. If you're a day 150 investor, you get 2% daily. It doesn't matter if you come in at the beginning, the middle, or the end. Everybody makes the same amount. You invest 100, you invest 10,000. It's still 2% daily. There is no leg up for early investors. So ARK is not a Ponzi scheme, and it is not a pyramid scheme. By its very definition, it just doesn't fit either one of those. So I hope that's a little helpful to the people out there. Like I said, that is a question that I have frequently encountered. Well, this sounds like a pyramid scheme, or this sounds like a Ponzi scheme. And I think they feel that way because it just seems sometimes a little bit too good to be true. But if you look at your transactions and if you talk to people, you will see that this is actually a slow and steady increase in your money each day. Nobody is claiming that you can get rich quick. This is not anything that's going to happen overnight. This is a little bit at a time, but it is a steady increase every single day. ARK has been very good to all of us. Again, whether you were there from the beginning or you're going to be coming in a month from now, everybody has the same chance to earn the same amount of money. And that is by investing in a company who truly believes and lives by the whole idea of your money is your money. You should not be told what to spend it on. You should not be told how to spend it. You should not have that taken away from you with taxes and everything else that the government is always, sticking their nose into our business. This is a truly decentralized business model. It is today, and it will continue to expand in that same manner. So I hope this video helps some of you guys out there. And if you run into anybody that says ARK is a Ponzi scheme, please refer them to this video. If you felt that this video was helpful in any way, please like and comment and subscribe. If you are interested in joining the ARK journey with my family and I have copied and pasted my referral ID down below for your ease. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always here to help you in any way that I can. And that is it for today. Thank you and have a good one. Bye.